What is good, killers? It is your boy BmanDaKilla. I'm back with another video for you guys. I'm back with some more Kakarot information. Now, I got two things I need to talk about that we're going to go ahead and get right into it. First thing we need to talk about is a new update that is coming to Ball Z Kakarot today. If you have not been on your console today, we get a new update. Then there's something else that I want to talk about. We're going to do later on the video. So before we hop into it, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We're on the road to 1K. Killa gang, now the fuck we do. You know, anything I cover, by the way, will be in the link description down below if you want to read it on my commentary. Let's hop into it. So as you see, it says Ball Z Kakarot update version 1.111 details. It says that Ball Z Kakarot version 1.11 is now rolling out for PS4 players. According to the official Ball Z Kakarot update 1.1 changelog, the latest update adds quality of life improvements. Apart from this, Kakarot update 1.11 also includes stability and performance improvements. Previously, an update was released with the new Power Awakens Part 1 DLC. The latest update has added some variety of gameplay changes. Unfortunately, since the update, many players are experiencing several issues while playing the game. Today, Ball Z Kakarot version 1.1 expected to fix some of these issues. What is in the new Ball Z Kakarot update 1.1? Adding addressing crash issues, performance and stability improvements, fix minor glitches, another minor under the hood fixes, and that's it. So basically some general quality of life, just general bug fixes since the DLC for the Power Awakens is just coming out. So just basically just basic just improvements for performance for the console and whatnot. Just so nothing really too big. I think there's supposed to be more to it, but they haven't came out yet. But I just at least wanted to bring this out to you guys to let you know that for some of you that didn't know that there is an update for that for Kakarot. Now there's another thing that I want to talk about that seems very interesting that came across my attention today as I was looking for information for the new patch notes for Kakarot 1.11, right? And that is apparently rumor has is that Ball Z Kakarot might be getting a battle royale mode. Let that sink in for a second. So it says if BmanDaKilla really wants to live with the Ball Z Kakarot DLC, then there should be a battle royale based on the tournament of power. This was published a few days ago. Now it says the brand new DLC for Ball Z Kakarot New Power Awakens has now come and gone. The power level is 250 of Beerus made him a worthy adversary. With his fear of destruction, Beerus Ball now being two of the most annoying attacks of the game, but with or without more accurate what's next. BmanDaKilla's current season pass reveals yet another thrilling boss battle, which is hopefully Zamasu and Goku Black or even Goku Golden Frieza, followed up by a vague new story arc. While some believe with good reason that the forthcoming DLC will reveal probably a large-scale battle royale and like the Ball Z Super's tournament power will give fans the extra dose of action needed for long-term playability. Okay, so let me go down a little bit and see what else. So this is like them giving idea what could be the Kakarot Battle Royale. So let's keep going. It says a ring full of challenges. The Tournament of Power was a both manga and anime, very similar to any modern Battle Royale with the exception of a 48-minute timer in place of an ever-closing save zone. The best fighters were from 8 universes are literally put under the wager, with teams of 10 clashing at full power. Whichever universe survived with the most fighters at the end of the tournament claimed victory. Of course, it ended with a more intrigue, but given the DLC's alterations of the origin Super Saiyan God, it is out of the realm of possibilities for BmanDaKilla to adapt the Tournament of Power tad differently. Okay, so it says related to unlock future trunks. A skin of areas outside the main map, such as the second world of the Kai and King Kai's planet, the Null Realm could act as a home for a PvE battle royale mode. It can be structured with a tournament along with several challenges for a player to beat. In addition to an onslaught of powerful NPCs surging upon the Z-Warriors, the player could be one solo player with 3 separate teams of 3, which each of them can join at crucial points of the match, whether it could be for combat assistance or healing comrades. For infinite replayability, recurring visits to the battle royale will be extremely fun and interesting. allowing players to buff up their favorite characters in various ways and consistent basis. Choose your fighters. The ring is set with a countdown and mere moments from starting. Who's on your squad? Instead of an official narrative taking ring, players could potentially have the option of choosing their 3 trios, solo and solo characters. It can elevate from the series and change the way battle royales can be played. Blending together games like Jump Force and Warzone, the evolved format of the mode may attract audiences unaccustomed to a battle royale and possibly even those who aren't fans of the franchise. Suppose the story DLC also introduces new playable characters in addition to future Trunks and Majin Buu, who prime to be swapped in the tournament over Tien and Krillin if you choose so. With Blowster and add-on huge margin, fans of Dragon Ball Super will get a chance to fight against some of their favorite characters from the various universes and learn more about them. 2 words, Ultra Instinct. Capping off the game season pass, if these DLCs are the final updates to the game, a Tournament of Power Battle Royale will give players one of the most powerful and interesting transformations in the franchise, Goku's Ultra Instinct, which was learned and developed during the tournament, lending him the upper hand against Jiren. It not only compresses his frame in a silver glow, but gives him the eye in the future, dodging incoming attacks without thinking, in the form of being added to Dragon Ball Z Fighters later this month, which can mean a potential appearance in Kakarot. An Ultra Instinct in a player disposal Bandai Namco could have either buff all NPCs in some ways, introduce a place for battle royale components as described, much like the training room and the villainous party. A DLC battle royale for the Tournament of Power would allow fans to boost lower level characters to their heart's content, plays alongside an Ultra Instinct Goku as he tears up the competition. Even a well-balanced Tien could eventually take on a 250 level Beerus. Given its supposed 8 to 12 hour length of Kakarot's story arc, it is bound to be fleshed with fun and challenging content no matter the angle. There's also a question of what, if anything at all, if it considered in the future following the season pass thus far teased. Released only 4 months ago, Kakarot remains as the head of potentially lengthy lifespan, but maybe a sequel is in order. Up is next, a new Power Awakens update debuting later this year. A 500 level Goku Black sounds particularly alluring. Okay, so this guy is basically like just giving his idea of what could be a potential. This is not officially like from Bandai, but an idea of what mode can be added on to Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Now, there was a V-Jump skin not so long ago that came out in regards to an online mode that is being added to Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Now, I did not cover it because the picture that I saw that was supposed to talk about that was very blurry, and usually my sources usually Dragon Ball Hype, but he did not have a really good scan of the V-Jump. But there's supposed to be some form of a card game similar to like kind of a mode similar to Xenoverse 2 with the whole, like, what do you call those, the I can't even think the name of those little statues and whatever, right? And so since that's been mentioned or shown on the V-Jump skin around that time frame, there hasn't been really any talk about it ever since then, or I have not come across the information in regards of that anymore. Now, I'm not sure if it's still going to be in the game with the next DLC, or is it going to be in like in an update or something like that, but it has not been talked about. Now, what this guy is talking about seems very interesting. Battle Royale does seem fun, but I don't feel like it should be, I don't see it as a separate mode. I feel like something like this, if you're going to implement the Tournament of Power, it should be part of this, like kind of the season pass of like part of the story thing with Super. Now, if you didn't know, I did do a video kind of talking about the leak recently that came describing what is going to be the next arc in Dragon Ball Super. And if you want to check that out, I will have that on the top of the screen or at the end of the video. But basically, it has been kind of leaked the fact that the next story arc is going to be in regards to future Trunks. Now, in regards to future Trunks, we don't know if it's going to go from basically him defeating Cell in his timeline after he went back to his timeline, and stopping like kind of with the special with future Gohan dying and stuff and so forth, or are we gonna get kind of the whole thing from him going back home, the stuff that happened with the special, and then eventually going into Super with the war against Majin Buu, the Boar, and all those people that led up to Goku Black. that in regards to information has not been spoken about. So since the leak of that has been removed, people are just speculating, but there is evidence that it's a possible chance that it is going to be in there, because there's like I said, check the video, but there's a picture of stuff that what people did when they data mined the game, of what the possible transformations for Trunks can look like. And from what we was able to find, is that it's kind of the updated model of Trunks from Super in the Super Saiyan form. So it's a possibility we're gonna get Super content in that arc leading in Trunks timeline. Now, what do I think about this whole battle royale thing? I think it's a cool concept, but I feel like it'll be too messy. If you're gonna implement this mode, you're gonna have to do it right, and I feel like this mode will be implemented right if it was done with the super story stuff. And after you do it, then it can be a mode separately after you beat the Terminal Power arc or whatnot. And as I was saying kind of in my other video, and with regards with the Trunks leaks, I feel like there's so much content that's being left out in this game. And if I'm not understanding, if that's all we're getting for the season pass, I think we're gonna have to get another one. I think we're possibly not to get another one, because if we're just getting the Trunks stuff, I don't think it's gonna be a lot of content. And or if we're not gonna need a season pass, we're probably gonna get a sequel. But I don't know at this point. But it's a cool idea, but I'm not really for it. Like I said, even with the online mode that they're gonna add to Kakarot, like BmanDaKilla hasn't really talked too much about it. And so, anything I cover, I like to have some form of source. But like, maybe I should have did the video about the whole thing with the V-time scans, but I just feel like it wasn't really enough, and I couldn't really decipher because it was really bad. So I don't know. How do you guys feel about the article? Do you feel like Dragon Ball Z Kakarot needs a battle royale now, or they should implement this later on if they deliver on giving us a super content in the game and add it as an after mode after you beat, the arc and whatnot in the game? Let me know down in the comments down below. Let's have a conversation about it. I feel like this should be something very interesting, because I want to know you guys' thoughts about it. And yeah, man, hope you guys enjoyed this. Like, comment, subscribe. We're on the road to 1K. Killa gang, now the fuck we do, man. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Yeah, we know you used to put in work, that's so. Nigga, and we seen your paperwork, you told. All these niggas either sniffing glass or they living off the past, while I'm blowing money fast with my bros. Lately I've been seeing niggas sell they soul. How you catch a case and bail out on parole?